Greetings, everyone. This is Neo Cosmos coming at you once again. I'm sure the majority of you already know, a majority of my viewers already know what's going on as far as the malicious chemical fire spillage over um, at the plant in Canada, or better yet, the borderline of Canada. And obviously, it's an attack towards us because Canada is not really affected by that smoke. New York, New Jersey, and other various states as well as it has been affected. With all that being said, um, I've been given instructions over the last couple of days just to, as far as me personally, to just stay still, be at ease, um, slow down the videos for a second, focus back on self. So that's what I have been doing. Uh, and due to that, I have formulated, um, with the aid of my ancestors and my guides, they've aided me to a topic to share with you guys, and that is psychic and spiritual defenses. And I know one of my viewers for a couple of videos ago regarding when I was explaining the ancestry, the introduction of having your ancestor altar together. And they mentioned about getting in a little bit into details as far as like psychic defenses are concerned, what we could use, any kind of sigils that we could use, so on and so forth. So I wanted to start again in the introductory level. So anytime I explain anything, I'm only going to explain things that I know, that I have personal familiarity with, and have practiced myself. I don't feel that it's genuine to share information with people that I haven't personally worked through on my own and formulated my own personal spiritual relationship and spiritual connection with. So, with that being said, there is a book by Robert Laramie called Spiritual Cleansing Psychic Defenses. You could find this book on Amazon. It's relatively affordable. Feel free. I'm gonna definitely link a couple of more books, but this one in particular, I want to start on first. So this will be one of the videos where I would walk you guys through as far as my personal relationship with the book I'm sharing and how it could possibly aid you on your journey. Because right now, I'm sure most of you also know to have your defenses up. And you know what I mean. I'm not going to say the two words. It's the C and the S word. You have to have them both up. And for those who aren't aware, you can go into Isis channel and Telegram if you know, because I know that she's going to be deleting it soon, but she has some resources on there, and she has a video called, believe, spiritual defenses or psychic defense. I just don't want to misquote. Let me just check because I know I screenshot it. One second. So she pretty much broken down also in vanilla level on how you could protect yourself with the C and the S, if you know what I mean, if you catch my drift. So all right. So this, yeah, it's called self defense class. So that's the verbatim on her Isis Wisdom channel on Telegram. It is called self defense class. So you could use that as well. So now, with this spiritual cleansing and defenses book, I found out about this book by Bobby Hemmett. This is one of the books that I've mentioned to you in my introductory video on how, especially with Bobby Hemmett, how he's introduced me to or certain books that align me with my spirituality. I believe, yeah, it was actually the Ancestor Altar video, the second one I've done, and I've explained in high level on certain books that he's introduced me to. This is one of them. And in this book, I was pulled to it. I didn't really know fully understand why, because I had this book for over 2 years, and this is around the time I purchased the book around the time that I was going through a lot mentally. I wasn't present. I wasn't healing. I didn't know what shadow work was back then. But I was pulled to this book somehow. This book pretty much shows you all the most of the, not all, but an introductory of certain psalms you could use in the Bible if you're into hoodoo or psalm protection. They have that. They also have reversal spells, return to sender, removing the evil eye. They give you a brief introduction to all the entities and deities out there. More so deities out there that you can venerate and ask for their assistance. So what's interesting about this book, right? I wanted to show you this one. Saint Martha or Mami Wata. I looked at this and I was like, something's very interesting. This is very interesting. Like, I've seen her before. This is how I started to get a little more acclimated with certain deities, and certain loas as well. And they also have Mama Ladama in here as well. And I was just looking at her image. Let me see if I could find it. I was looking at her image as well, and I instantaneously, like, I don't know what my connection with her, but I just, when I seen a picture, I just remember looking at her picture, and I was saying to myself, there's some kind of a spiritual familiarity I have. Yes, right here. So they give you, certain deities that you could use and how you could venerate. They give you, sometimes they'll give you like a brief offering that you could give them, but there's so much more. This book is pretty much a gateway and a guide, if you will, for you to get other books, because towards the end of the book, it gives you a whole complete list of books that you could purchase. And again, that could be very, very, very helpful for you as far as your protection for yourself, protection for your family. If you feel that something is awry or amiss and you need a little bit more assistance, of course, your ancestors and your guides are going to assist you accordingly as far as what you should do. But I would say follow this book to the T for now. I would say follow the book to the T. Whatever materials or whatever oils or whatever candles they aid you and guide you to use those. Use those first. So anything you feel is a bit awry, like somebody put some shit on you, you can reverse that shit. If you feel like there's an evil eye on you or your children or your counterpart, you could walk them through it. This is a book that could easily you walk through, and it can reverse a lot of shit that does not belong to you. And right now, it's definitely needed because of everything that's going on right now. And of course, this book also led me into the Book of Baths. Now, I know Isis has mentioned to, oh, wow. I know Isis has mentioned to you about a certain kind of spiritual baths you could use. So the complete Book of Bath is also found in Amazon by Robert Normie. So there's some simple baths that you could use as far as cleansing yourself, cleansing your physical body, as well as candle burning. That's going to be very important for your altar, the Master Book of Candle Burning by Henry Gamache. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Or Gamache. So, and lastly, the Book of Oils A-Z by Maria Solomon. So these books are a good introduction. It'll give you a great introduction on how certain herbs are used. Certain candles that you can use for certain type of particular intent that you're using it for. It explains in high and in detail level on what kind of oils you should use. And from there, of course, when you get used to it and you get acclimated and you see the use and you understand the uses of certain herbs, if you have the ability to listen and hear and open up your heart space towards your ancestors, they could guide you on certain other herbs you could use as well, because we all have ancestry where we have someone down the line that's good, that's excellent with alchemy when it comes to earth, when it comes to earthly herbs and spices. Therefore, you could pretty much make your own that works best for your spirit, because your ancestors know your spirit as well. Because as I've mentioned to you in the ancestor video, they're not also within you. They're also in your subconscious. They're also around you as well. They can speak through people. So perhaps I'm actually speaking for a couple of you guys, as ancestry is concerned. I'm speaking through you guys because I'm sure maybe a couple of y'all were a little lost on where to start, what to do, how to protect yourself. So hopefully this will be a great guide to use. So in high level, I wanted to share because again, I would love for you guys to support these authors. They put in that work. So I would suggest you guys to look into these books yourself and have your own personal relationship and your own guidance, because you're going to be pulled to certain things on what you can and can't do at the moment, or certain things you should hold off. Just make sure that your heart space is open enough to receive it. And I hope this video aids you well, because I know this is a very scary time, and this is only the beginning. What's been happening is only the beginning. It's only scratching the surface. So whatever you could do to protect and shield your home, yourself, your children, your family, your other loved ones far away, overseas, so on and so forth. But right now, the U.S. right now is under so much fucking heat, and it's not a joke. It's really not a joke. But it's just one of the things that's like, they do really wrapping it up right now. So, once again, I'm gonna have the links to all the books in the description, and please, if you guys have if you have any questions, or if you actually read these books, or if any other books you want to suggest, you could also feel free to expound on that in the comment section below. So once again, I am Neo Cosmos, and I'm signing off, y'all.